Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a dinosaur called Vinny. Now, Vinny the dinosaur was with his pterodactyl friends and his Lego friends. The Legos and the pterodactyls are now best friends and they work together. But Vinny then said, I feel really left out because we have the pterodactyls and the Lego men. So Vinny says, I want to become a pterodactyl.
I want to turn myself into a pterodactyl.
He wants to be called Vinny the pterodactyl.
Yay!
So, Vinny then says, can anyone help me become a pterodactyl?
My pterodactyl friend!
So, Vinny's pterodactyl friends say, actually, Vinny, we do know how to turn you into a pterodactyl. A Lego man then comes along and says, I know how to turn you into a pterodactyl, young Vinny. Vinny then says,
Alright then, turn me into a pterodactyl now.
So, the Lego man then says, I am a sorcerer. I can perform magic. And what I'm going to do for you is turn you into a pterodactyl to say thank you for everything you have done to us and for us.
Aye aye, Captain.
So, here it begins. The sorcerer pulls out his magic wand. I am going to use magic to turn Vinny the dinosaur into Vinny the pterodactyl. 1, 2, 3, Hocus Legous! Vinny then wakes up. He has wings! And he can fly! Vinny is now a pterodactyl. So, Vinny is very happy. He flies in the air! So, now that he's flying, he can see everything, and he is so happy that he is now a pterodactyl and is exactly like all of his friends. Vinny says to the sorcerer,
Thank you for turning me into a pterodactyl. Thank you, Lego man.
The sorcerer says, you are more than welcome, Vincenzo. It is the least I could ever do for you. So, Vinny the pterodactyl then flies back down to his Lego friends and his pterodactyl friends. So then, the Lego men and the pterodactyl friends say, Vinny, we are all out of food. We've been sharing all of our food for so long. We need to get more.
I will get some and fly in the air so I can see.
So, Vinny flies in the air and looks for places for food. He then sees a very big cave, but it's not the cave where the Lego men were. It's a bigger cave with a giant skull on top of it. Vinny sees it and thinks, I'm gonna go in there. So, Vinny flies into the cave. He then sees lots and lots of food all over the floor. There's chocolate, there's bananas, and there's lots of toys. And Vinny thinks, I love toys and chocolate, but why is this all here?
Why is this all here?
Vinny starts walking. He stops flying in the cave. He lands on his feet and walks slowly in the cave. He then hears, there is something sleeping. So Vinny, really quietly, walks towards where this strange noise is coming from. He then listens again to the snoring. He hears,
Is that a snake in that noise?
So Vinny thinks, is that a snake? He goes over. Vinny screams! And he sees a snake. This snake is bigger than a house. bigger than a bus, bigger than a plane. It is huge, and it's sleeping. And it is sleeping in a ball, and in the middle...
I'm going to turn myself into a snake.
So, Vinny then uses his magic that he somehow got from the sorcerer to turn himself into a snake. Vinny the snake then goes over to the other snake and tries to take some of the food so he can bring it back to his Lego and pterodactyl friends.
I'm going to turn myself into a pterodactyl again.
So Vinny then turns himself into a pterodactyl again and then flies above and looks where all the food is. The snake then goes, "Who is in my cave?" Vinny hides. The snake says, "I can smell a very naughty pterodactyl. Where are you? I must say, I'm very hungry."
I am very hungry, and I'm going to scare you off, and I'm going to squawk you off, and I'm going to snap you off like a crocodile.
Vinny then flies towards the snake, tries to scratch him, but the snake is too big. Vinny then goes, that's the sound of him biting. And then the snake then says, "You don't scare me. Leave my cave or I will eat you."
No, I am going to eat you, and I am going to put you in my Alex's cage where all of the rats can eat you.
So the snake then says, "Rats? I'm scared of rats."
Oh no, you're not. Well, you will be happy with them eating you.
So Vinny then flies out of the cave. The snake is then very scared because he doesn't want to be eaten by rats.
Alright, you can be friends then.
So Vinny offers the snake to be friends, but the snake says, "No. This is my food and my food only." Vinny says, "Can I please have some of the food? Me and all my friends are very hungry and have nothing to eat."
But I'm really hungry because my friend's really hungry because I really wanted my friends to have a skateboard ride.
Vinny tries to explain the skateboard ride and all the food to the snake, and the snake says, "I do have all of these things, but they are mine, and mine only. Step away, or I will eat you."
Okay. Alright. I will get out and I will fly away and I will grab you and I will drop you in the naughty volcano.
Vinny threatens him with the naughty volcano, where Vinny throws all of his enemies. Now that he's a pterodactyl, he's not scared to throw people into volcanoes. Vinny then flies out of the cave and goes back to his pterodactyl friends and Lego friends. He says, "I need your help."
I need your help, my pterodactyl and Lego men.
They all say, "What's the problem, Vinny? Can we help? What do you want us to do?"
But a snake is trying to get our food because he's a bad guy and he's sleeping because I didn't want him to scare off.
They all say, "I understand. How can we scare this snake away? If he has all the food, we need to eat it. Otherwise, we may die."
Alright, we should get it then, but follow my tail.
So, everyone says, "Let's follow Vinny's tail." Vinny flies back to the cave to show them where all the food is.
It's right over here because the snake is right there.
They all go, "Whoa! It's a big scary snake!"
It's alright. He's only joking.
But the problem was, the snake wasn't joking.
I would deal with him.
Vinny then flies over to the snake
I'm,
and makes sure that the snake is still asleep. Everyone takes lots of food while the snake is sleeping.
I'm going to squawk at him. Squawk! Squawk!
The snake wakes up. "Ah! What do you think you're doing in my lair?"
I just shout at you!
The snake says, "Ah, stop shouting at me. I'm trying to have a peaceful sleep and... Where's all my food? Vinny, why is all of my food gone?"
Because I'm going to turn into Batman.
Vinny then somehow turns into Batman and punches the snake around the face. The snake then goes, "Ah! My eye!"
Sorry, Snake.
"That's okay, Vinny."
Sorry I slapped you in the face.
"It's okay, but that really hurt. And hitting is not okay."
How about we can fight together?
"Okay, even though we just agreed hitting is not okay, let's have a fight."
I'm getting angry eyes with you.
"No, please don't get angry at me." The snake then hits Vinny with his tail. Whoosh! Vinny falls to the ground. The snake hits him again.
Well, I'm gonna hit you with my tail.
Vinny then slaps the snake around the face with his Batman tail.
But Batman doesn't have any tails.
Then how did you hit him?
Because I'm gonna turn into a pterodactyl and have a tail.
Vinny then turns into a pterodactyl and slaps the snake around the face with his big pterodactyl tail.
Sorry.
The snake is then on the floor, and everyone flies away with the snake's food. Vinny then says,
Sorry, I just slapped you again. You can have any fun with me. And where is your mother?
"She's dead."
Why is she dead?
Because she used to be very badly behaved, and a big dinosaur threw her in a volcano.
Oh, how can we wake her up?
You can't wake her up, she's dead.
I guess that was my mummy.
Yes, your mother did Your mother killed my mother. "I'm gonna kill you!" The snake chases Vinny out of the cave.
I'm going to huff and I will buff, or I will throw you in there with my big mother. And I'm going to stomp into my mother. I'm going to turn into my mother.
Vinny then turns into Mummy Dinosaur because of all the magic that the sorcerer gave him. Vinny then walks towards the snake, screams.
Roar!
Vinny roars at the snake. The snake cries, "No, please, Vincenzo. I'm begging you, child. Please." Well, child, you're very big. But no, please don't hurt me. I'm begging you. Vinny picks him up with his big claws and walks him over. Vinny then finds a very big cage in Alexander's room mountain. The cage is full of rats. Vinny throws the snake in the rat cage and the rats eat him.
But I don't want you to be eaten by the naughty rats because you are a friendly one.
So, Vinny then has second thoughts and pulls the snake out of the cage. He then says, "You're safe now."
You're safe now. You can go back to your mother. I will wake your mother up, and I will get you out, and I will get you out, and you can be safe.
Vinny then brings the snake back to his cave peacefully because Vinny wanted the snake not to mess with him, but to be friendly. Vinny then puts the snake back in the cave dives into the volcano and brings the snake's mother back.
Here you are.
The snake's mother is dead and is practically a skeleton, but he likes having her skeleton in his cave for some reason.
Snake, I love you so much getting our food, but can we climb up a little tree and have a little snack?
The snake says, "You know, Vinny, I love the sound of that."
Maybe we can go to another place called Mirror Castle where my mother is.
Vinny then goes to Mirror Castle with the snake, and even though his pterodactyl friends and Lego men have now been eating all of the snake's food, they then go there. They eat lots of food that Mummy the dinosaur prepared for them,
There's still rocks here.
and then what happens is they find a nice tree and climb up it. Vinny and the snake talk about their girlfriends, and then Mummy dinosaur comes outside and says, "Vinny, it's time to come inside."
Is it
Just-
Sam? Is it Sam the T-Rex?
So, Vinny the pterodactyl and the snake go inside. Mummy the dinosaur puts them both in bed and makes them lie down. Vinny goes, "I'm so tired," said Vinny.
Oh,
The snake goes, "Ugh, I'm ever so tired and bushed. I need a nap."
how about you can sleep next to me?
You know, Vinny, I would love to.
Maybe you can sleep on my belly if you want to.
So, the snake then curls up and sleeps on Vinny the pterodactyl's belly.
Ow, you just bit me.
Sorry, Vincenzo, I didn't mean to. I'm still young since my mother's dead. I'm teething. They then lie down and go to sleep. They close their eyes, relax, and go to sleep. The end.